Earlier we talked about what's happening in the school districts, USD, UCSD, and Seth O'Byrne being an expert on investing. Let's move up a little bit more north, where we talk about North County, Carmel Valley, Del Mar. Real estate, the real estate markets are all local. We're going to go ahead and bring in our expert. This guy was ranked the #1 realtor per the Wall Street Journal recently. The guy is a proverbial whale. Let's take a look at Kurt Wannebo.
Hi, broker Kurt Wannebo, San Diego Real Estate and Investments. People ask me all the time, what are one of the best places to live in San Diego? First place that comes to mind, the 92130 zip code. Today, I'm going to take you on a tour of the 92130 zip code like you've never seen before. So come on, take a ride with me. It's centrally located and situated just off the coast of the finest beaches San Diego has to offer. With some of the best ranked schools in the county, golf courses, hiking trails all around.
All right, powerful panel. Kurt Wannebo, you're on the radio show this week. A lot of great information there in KCBQ. And Rachel Liang, first time to the show. Good to have you.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So, we're going to talk about this One Paseo development. You're the spokesperson for this development up there. I know that there's a lot of added value to the community. Sure. Kurt, this is right on the edge of Carmel Valley and Del Mar, is that right?
It is. It's located right off the 5 freeway on the Del Mar Highlands exit there. And so the reason I brought her in is essentially I get asked all the time from members of the community and people that I'm working with is, what is that big giant dirt lot that is essentially right smack dab in the heart of Carmel Valley that's surrounded by commercial, other retail stores.
And we actually have an image of it. I'd love to pull that up. I think we got a Google Earth that we can look at as you describe it here, but go ahead.
Yeah, but it's essentially surrounded by a lot of homes, a lot of shopping centers, and it's been that way for a number of years. And so people are always asking, what is that? What is it going to be? And so some signs have gone up recently that do say One Paseo. And so I did bring in Rachel Liang here today, who is the media spokesperson for Paseo One, to talk about what is this project, what is it going to be, how does it benefit the community, and some of the things that are going along with that.
What is this project, what is it going to be, and how does it benefit the community? Rachel?
Well, so as Kurt mentioned, it's on the last big piece of vacant land in Carmel Valley. So the developer looked at it and said, okay, what do we want for this area? It's entitled for 2 office buildings, and it could be a small office park.
Okay.
But what would really benefit the community, and what does the community really want? And Carmel Valley is pretty underserved by retail. It doesn't have enough places for people to go. If you've ever been to the strip mall across the street, it's always crowded and can't find parking. So this is a place where there will be shops, homes, open spaces, plazas for the public, town green, and some offices as well.
Seems like society is kind of moving in that direction a bit, doesn't it? Where we're bringing work and live together a lot more.
Right.
So you're saying that there's going to be some commercial use. So specifically, let's start there. What are some of the things on the commercial side?
So there'll be some offices. There'll be restaurants and entertainment venues. We'll have True Foods Kitchen, Puesto. I don't know if you've ever had their tacos, but they're amazing.
I haven't, but I will take your word for it.
Pinstripes, which I think they're making their first foray into Southern California, and that's a bistro with a bowling alley, sort of like the East Village Bowl. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's fantastic, where you can eat, drink, bowl, and then there will be a main street. So it's going to be an old style kind of main street, shops on one level, apartments above, so that people can go and stroll. And then there will be plenty of open space as well.
So functional, where people can gather. Office, fun, bowling alley, and tacos.
Exactly.
Now on the residential side, this is where Kurt's helping a lot of people in Carmel Valley and Del Mar buy and sell a lot of real estate. How is that going to mix in? Tell us a little bit about the development, and Kurt, tell us a little bit about your take on it, just for being an expert on residential real estate.
Right, she can tell you about how many units and what.
Sure, so there will be about 600 units, and they're going to be mostly smaller. So it's going to be a market for empty nesters, people who want to be able to walk to, get their coffee, and get their paper and walk around and see the community. A lot of about 70% of it, nearly 70%, will be 1 bedroom and studio. And then you'll also have some higher end as well.
Now, 600 units, to me that sounds like a lot.
It does sound like a lot, but they're not single family homes.
Are these all connected?
Yes.
Are there different groups of them, or
there
is
will
it
be
all
different
one big
groups,
deal?
and some of them will be above the shops, and some of them will be their own standalone buildings.
High rise?
No, so a few stories. And
Okay.
so when you, and on Del Mar Heights Road, it'll be facing, so you'll have residential facing the homes across the street. And then we're also going to have big setbacks. So it's going to be very wide sidewalks there so that it makes it kind of a pedestrian promenade. And then porches right there on the street so that people can actually, see their neighbors and it's not just this big, busy thoroughfare.
So let me ask you, Kurt, how do you advise people looking to buy in this type of area? Even if someone's buying a home for lifestyle, they always look at it on the investment side as well. How much is it going to go up in value? Is there risk to it? So as someone who's helping people buy and sell properties, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, all the way up in that expensive area, Del Mar and Carmel Valley, when you look at things like this developing, how does that empower you when you're helping people find their American dream, their dream home?
Yeah, essentially what's nice about this development is so different. This community right now is very segmented where all the homes are on one side of the area and all the commercial retail, which there's not a lot of, is located in one area, and then all the office space is located in another area. This is almost like bringing a very small, minutia downtown feel to the North County area. We were playing some videos here just a moment ago, and it kind of showed how there are very large walkways and courtways and grassy areas. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. There are people who love living in North County because it's a little bit different, or being near the races or whatever the case may be, but they can enjoy a little bit of the downtown pseudo lifestyle. So I think it'll bring in a lot of youth as far as people who like the easy, convenient type lifestyle, much like downtown, where will be a lot of younger professional type people, which will really invigorate the community and start people's journey of living in that community a lot earlier than what it is now.
Yeah, I think you'd find my demographic there. I also, I look at what's happened with downtown San Diego, the gas lamp district. Recently, a friend of mine that I know, he's married, empty nester now, had a huge house up in Orange County, and kids are off college, moved out, and just wanted to downsize and just be around, less yard and headache of keeping the big place clean, and they moved into a high-rise in the Mark downtown. So I think what's interesting about some of these projects is they really are developed in a way that you have a wide demographic, right? Do you anticipate that for something like this? I mean, Carmel Valley is a lot calmer than Gaslamp as well.
No, I believe so, and I think that this project, and Rachel can speak to this, has really evolved over a number of years, where they have paid attention to what the community has asked for and gone through several revisions as to what the plans were. So this new vision that they have is really something that has been feedback from people in the community, or what the desires were, as opposed to somebody coming in and dictating and saying, this is what we're going to build, whether it be an office space or a retail space.
So what's our timeline?
So timeline is we're going through the approval process now and hope to reach the City Council, which has the ultimate authority to approve it. Hope to reach them in the winter. Hope to get approved, obviously, and then we'll begin building in the spring quarter of 2015.
What's so interesting was, as we watch this video that you guys created around this development, is that this hasn't been made yet. So everything we're looking at is a virtual video, right? And so I think that have to be very well received by the community. It can only help real estate prices, I would think, right, Kurt?
Absolutely. It's going to offer a completely different demographic and feel and lifestyle within a community that's predominantly based off of $1 million plus homes that are much more segmented. This is going to integrate everything together, and it's easy and accessible right off the 5 freeway. So this project isn't finished yet. There is a website that people can go to learn more about it. There is a meeting, I believe, on August 28th as well.
Right,
Yeah.
community meeting.
Here's the website. Here's where people can register to support the cause, onepaseo.com. There's a tab there to the right. Yeah, I hope people do reach out, and certainly the ones up in that area. People up in that area can voice their opinion. No, I think it's awesome. I'm into that thing. I mean, I lived in New York City. I've lived in downtown San Diego. So anytime you're bringing residential life mixed with business, fun, pleasure, I think it's a cool deal. So I'll be a first registrant today if I can get on the smartphone fast enough. Kurt, thanks for bringing Rachel in. Rachel, great information. We'll have to get you on the radio show here soon, talk about it as well. Kurt Wannebo, the guy is the #1 realtor per the Wall Street Journal. He's doing huge things with our team up in Carmel Valley, Del Mar. Here's his website, brokerkurt.com. You want to learn anything about real estate, you go here. He's got all of these videos created about everything you need to know about a transaction, from being a for sale by owner to selling at the highest dollar to how to market a property. Just very, very strong information you're going to find on this website, brokerkurt.com.